And step out in style in versatile designer career wear featuring unique embroidery accents on blouses and jackets. And for hoops fans, it's NBA I Love This Stuff at 10 p.m. Eastern. Officially licensed apparel and more, sporting your favorite NBA team logos. That's Wednesday on QVC.
Suppose I want to send someone a gift. Can you mail it directly to that person?
With our Bill To, Ship To option, you can choose any item that you see on air, and we'll send your selection anywhere in the continental United States at no extra charge. When ordering, just tell us you'd like to use our Bill To, Ship To option. Give us the recipient's name and address, and we'll send the gift directly to that person. QVC makes gift-giving easy with our Bill To, Ship To option. Just one more reason smart shoppers shop QVC.
3 years ago, we brought you the hearty and robust cooking of Italy. Now we're celebrating our 3rd anniversary with 2 hours of cooking the Italian way. Stop by this Saturday for ideas and cookware with a decidedly Italian flavor during our 2-hour Cooking the Italian Way 3rd anniversary special at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific on QVC.
Welcome back to QVC. I just couldn't take off the Nolan Miller dress. I had to wear it for 2 more hours. So we're going to keep on the Nolan Miller beautiful dress, and we're going to do some cooking. We have a complete hour of T Fal for you in this particular hour, and we're going to get things started right away. We're going to talk to you about the 12-quart stock pot with the resistol. This is item number K1362. It's available in the blue Versailles. So for those of you who have the blue Versailles line, here's the bigger pot to add to your collection of T Fal, and it's priced at $46. 12-quart is a great size for those of you who do cooking for a large family, whether you like to make a lot of chili, which is what we're going to make in here, whether you make things like, oh, you can even do your roast and ears in here during the summertime. You can do lobster, you can steam your clams, you can make just a big old bunch of Super Bowl chili, and since we're getting close to the Super Bowl, that's what I thought we would do. So we've preheated our 12-quart, and I'm going to dump in a pound of ground beef. We're going to get this cooking. Now, I like to flavor my stuff pretty heavily, so I'm going to dump in some onions to go along with that. We're also going to add in some seasoned salt and hot chili powder. I'm also going to add in some garlic. Kind of have a little bit of Southwestern theme in the show tonight. I think that's because I just got back from New Mexico and had some of the best Southwestern or Mexican-style food I think I've ever had in my life. It was so good. So I kind of have it in my blood this week. So we're going to cook up our meat here. I'm going to let this get sizzling. Let me tell you a little bit about the T Fal so you know about the line if you're not familiar with it. First of all, you have 4 layers on the inside of your T Fal pans of what's called PTFE. It stands for polytetrafluoroethylene. I know that's a really long word. All you really need to know is that it's the slipperiest substance known to man. And because of that, you're not going to have to worry about your food sticking. So whether you are burning cheese, whether you're trying to make scrambled eggs, whether you're making a creamy clam chowder, that has milk and flour and those kind of things, you're not going to have to worry about your food sticking to the bottom of the pan. With this particular pan, you'll also see, it's kind of hard to see, but you actually have the resistol finish on the inside. That's that honeycomb finish that not only makes the bottom of the surface more scratch resistant, but it also helps as far as the life of the pan, and it kind of keeps the food up off the top of the bottom of the pan just a little bit, so that the grease is actually getting in those honeycomb grooves, and your food is cooking on top. This is $46. It's available on a 2-payment easy pay plan. K1362 is your item number. Now, as far as the edge of the pan here, this is a 1/8 of an inch thick molded aluminum. Aluminum is one of the best conductors of heat. That's one of the reasons why with your T Fal your food cooks a little bit quicker. You don't usually have to cook on as high of a heat if you don't want to. This looks pretty brown. I'm going to now add 1 large thing of tomato juice. Something else about your T Fal with the exterior that you see on, that's a baked on porcelain enamel. They do that actually 3 times. So you really don't have to worry, just like you don't have to worry about the inside of the pan ever scratching, really. As long as you use your plastic utensils, you don't have to worry about the outside of the pan losing any of its coating to scratching, anything like that. Okay, here goes our large can of tomato juice. Had to stand back. I'm real conscious of this dress for the rest of the night. Yes. Isn't it a great dress to cook in? Okay, so we added our tomato juice, 1 can of tomato juice. We're going to add some beans. I like the spicy beans. I use 2 kinds of beans, chili beans and the regular kidney beans. I'm going to add in some fire, a little bit of Tabasco. And one of my secrets for a good chili is I always add in salsa. And I'll tell you why I add salsa to my chili. Because it already has the onions and the peppers and the jalapenos, and it already has some of the good spices that have been, you know, I guess, milling around in there for a nice flavor. And then we're just going to let this simmer until it gets nice and warm. You can also, if you'd like to, which is nice to make it a little bit thicker, which I like to sometimes do, I like to add some tomatoes. So we'll stir this up a little bit. And basically this recipe that I made for chili will probably feed about 8 people. If you doubled it, then you'll have 16 and you'll still have room. You can see that this only filled up about half of my pot. If I added that much more, I'd go up to the top, and that would be a lot of chili. But good for Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, you can put the lid on. Talk about the lid for a second. Your lids, when it comes to the T Fal lids, it's all done in stainless steel. It's going to make it a little bit more scratch resistant. You'll also find that these lids won't dent, so if it falls out onto the kitchen floor when you're trying to pull it out from underneath the cabinet, you'll find that this is not going to dent, it's not going to lose its shape. Also, it has a vented handle so that if you need to let the steam out, I can do that. Bye, Nolan. And if you need to keep the steam in, you can do that as well. $46 for this, K1362. It's also available on a 2-payment easy pay plan. Yummy. This looks pretty good. Now, obviously, when you make chili, I like to let it simmer. I usually make my chili in the morning and I let it simmer all day because I really like the flavors to cook up. But because we're doing this on television, I'll serve this up in a little bit. I'm going to put the lid back on real quickly. When it comes to cleaning your T Fal, all you need to use is warm, soapy water. Don't put your T Fal in the dishwasher. Put this back on here and let it cook. All you need to do is rinse it out with warm, soapy water. When you're doing things like a big bunch of pasta and things, to make sure that it doesn't boil over, you might just want to add in a little bit of oil, a little bit of olive oil, and that'll not only keep your pasta from sticking, but you'll find it'll keep it from boiling over as well. It's a great, nice large pot. You could even do, if you wanted to, a big old batch of popcorn on the top of the stove for when your kids have a slumber party. And instead of loading up the microwave with 4 different bags of microwave popcorn, you can make 1 big batch of popcorn on the stove top. Let me grab a bowl, clean up my mess here a little bit, and then we'll serve this up. Which one of these? Well, I've been waiting for him. There's my little bowl. And I'm going to open this up. It's just starting to boil a little bit. We'll reach in here. Fill up our bowl of chili. Yummy! I love chili. On cold nights, nothing beats a warm bowl of chili. And we're going to put some cheese on top. Yum. There you go. That's for you. It's for you, Steve. You're supposed to take it.
Oh. Why, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, 1362 is the T Fal 12-quart stock pot with resistol. $46 is your price. You're not even going to try it? That's the point of putting you up on camera, Steve. Oh, you need a spoon. He needs a spoon. Don't have one. Guess we're going to have to move on. $46 for the Blue Versailles 12-quart stock pot. Great for doing all of your soups and stews. If you need to, boil off some of the meat off of chicken bones and that kind of thing, you can do that in a nice large pot like this one. It's also available on a 2-payment easy pay plan. Our phone lines were so busy during our Nolan Miller hour that many of you may have wanted to wait to order our today's special value. Over 5,500 of these have been ordered. Now's a good time to go ahead and dial in. It's J29726. It's the Faux Pearl Earring Ensemble. Essentially, you're getting 4 pair of earrings. That regular stud on top can be worn by itself. Then you get the heart drop, you get the pearl drop, and the blue crystal drop. It's available in both pierced and in clip styles. $38.88 is your price. Okay, what we have for you next is another item from T Fal. Many of you may think that the only T Fal products that are out there have to do with your kitchenware, as far as skillets and pots, stock pots, those kind of things. So that's not the case. T Fal also makes things like toasters and deep fryers, and also this electronic scale. $37.42 is your price. This is K3775. Now you might be wondering, well, why do I need an electronic kitchen scale? This is really going to come in handy for those of you who have been watching your weight. Maybe you're on Richard Simmons' Deal a Meal plan, and one thing that you'll find with that plan is that you use your Deal a Meal cards in conjunction with food divided into ounces. I personally, if I was supposed to or only allowed to have 2 ounces of chicken for lunch, my idea of 2 ounces of chicken probably is more like 5 ounces of chicken, just because if you do it by the way it looks. So a scale like this comes in handy so that you can actually measure exactly how much you have. So I don't know how you're going to do this, but I'm going to turn the scale on. I'm going to put a piece of plastic wrap down, just so I don't get my scale real dirty. And I'm going to use some of the chicken that I have in my fajita recipe for a little bit later, and let's measure out how much 1 ounce of chicken is. So if you are watching your weight, you know how much an ounce of chicken is. Those 3 pieces of chicken are about 1 1/2 of an ounce. Now, if I was told I was allowed to eat 1 ounce of chicken, I'll tell you what my idea of 1 ounce of chicken would be. This would probably be about my idea of 1 ounce of chicken. That's actually 2.5 ounces of chicken. And I don't know if you can see that, but this measures in 1/2 ounces, 1/4 ounces. So this is actually now, this is up to 2 3/4 of an ounce. So if you're doing the Deal a Meal plan and your red protein card, you're allowed to have 1 ounce of chicken, and that's what you're going to have in your meal. Let's take this off and let's get it down to about an ounce. Now we're down to 1.5 ounces. There we go. 1 ounce of chicken are those 2 pieces of meat. Now you can also do this for things like, you can measure cheese in your ounces too, if you're only allowed to have so many ounces of cheese a day. I'll put this on here too. This chunk of Velveeta right there is 1 ounce. Can you see that? I can't tell. What should I do so that they can see that? You can see it? All right. Okay. Now we're up to 1 3/4 of an ounce. All right. I have glare down here so I couldn't see. Now 2 3/4. 3 1/2 ounces. 4 3/4 of an ounce. Up to about 6 1/2 ounces. 7 1/4. So you use this to measure out ounces, to keep track of things. Especially if you're watching your weight, you're trying to, you know, you yourself, you may not be on a particular diet plan, but maybe you've decided, okay, I'm only going to let myself have an average of an ounce of cheese a day. Now, if I was, just like I said, to me an ounce of cheese would be like a really thick slice. But as we saw here, an ounce of cheese
Good, Jill.
is about here. Is it good?
Yes, it is.
It wasn't warm enough, was it?
Oh, it's plenty.
It's good?
Yes.
How is it spice-wise? It's kicking, isn't it? You're welcome. See, I'm one of those people that likes it as hot as it can get. The hotter, the better. When we were in New Mexico, we sold 5 salsas. It's hot, isn't it? I told you. We sold 5 salsas in New Mexico, and the hottest was hazardous. That's the one I was all over. It just gives your mouth a good old burn. That's how I like my chili. Poor Steve. Do you need some bread? Okay, 3775 is the electronic kitchen scale from T Fal. When it comes to cleaning this up, it has a nice surface so that you can wipe it clean with just a nice, any kitchen commercial cleaner, and a sponge will wipe it off just fine. And I'll hold this up again so you can see. This will go up, by the way, to 7 pounds. Once it goes over 7 pounds, it won't weigh anything more than that. But the nice thing about this, again, unlike some of the other kitchen scales that are out there, is that it does measure in 1/4 and 1/2 ounces. So you really do get an accurate reading on the food that you're trying to measure and weigh. $37.42. I'm going to measure these carrots, too. Put this back down. We'll pop these carrots on top. And there you can see, you've got about 2 ounces, 2 1/4 of an ounce of chopped carrots. $37.42, K3775. It's from T Fal. It's our electronic kitchen scale. And it's available by dialing 1-800-345-1515. It looks really awful. Okay, we're in the kitchen now, that's why. I don't have Nolan around to make me look beautiful. We're going to talk about the set of 2 high dome lids next. These are going to work if you already have T Fal skillets that measure 10 1/4 inches and 11 1/2 inches. That's the 2 fry pans that these lids will match. They're $19.97. They are K2662. Now the colors that are available are white, brick, and teal, and that refers to the phenolic handle right on top that stays cool. And again, your T Fal lids have that vented handle so that you can keep the moisture in if you need to, or you can always let it escape. They're stainless steel, so you're not going to have to worry about these denting. That's something that's really nice about the T Fal lids. They're never going to warp, they're never going to dent. If you're accidentally going to drop one, you're not going to have to worry about it no longer fitting the top of the pan. Now I want to show you the 2 sizes. This is the 10 1/4 inch size. And then here is the 11 1/2 inch. So you have 2 sizes. And this is the brick that you're seeing here as far as color is concerned. That's the teal. No, that's the teal. That's the teal. And that's the white. Thank you. K2662, $19.97. Now, if any of the T Fal pieces are dishwasher safe, machine washable, no, don't put these into your washing machine. Dishwasher safe, you can put the lids in the dishwasher if that makes it a little bit easier for you to clean. But lids are usually the lowest maintenance thing to clean when it comes to your cooking. But if you need to, if you're a little bit lazy, you can put the lids in, but I don't recommend putting the bottoms in. K2662, $19.97. If you're doing a big dish like maybe rice and maybe you added too much water and you're finding that the rice is a little bit too soupy, then all you need to do then is open up the vents on the handle and let some of that moisture escape and evaporate, and then you'll find that the rice will dry out. If maybe you tested the rice and you're seeming to think that it's a little bit too dry, then close up that vent to keep the moisture in the food. You'll also want to keep the moisture in the food or keep that vented handle closed in the event that you're maybe making some steamed vegetables. You want to keep all the steam in, obviously, because that's what's cooking, the broccoli and the carrots and those kind of things. If you're doing something like pasta and you're putting the lid on, open it up to allow the steam to escape so that you don't have to worry about any kind of a boil over. These are $19.97. Again, they're going to work with the 10 1/4 inch and the 11 1/2 inch fry pan, K2662. Well, I love to make my own pizza because that way I know I can make it exactly how I want it, and you don't have to worry about ordering it from the pizza place and getting so excited about getting pizza and then having it arrive at your house and it's either cold or they put the wrong toppings on it or whatever. You can make your own, and this is a great way to make your own with these T Fal pizza pans. You're going to be getting 2 of these. They measure 12 inches in diameter, and they're actually 1 1/4 inch deep, so you do have a nice thickness if you do like thick crust. That's my favorite kind of pizza. $23. In addition to the 2 pizza pans, you're also going to get the cutter and the server. Now, this is not a metal blade. That's important because just like your other T Fal pan, these are lined and treated with PTFE, so you don't want to scratch that surface by using a metal pizza cutter. That's why you want to use this pizza cutter, so that you won't damage that non-stick surface. And after you're done cutting your pizza, then you have something to scoop it up with and serve it because you have this on the edge. So it's a nice unit. Cut and serve, just like they do in the restaurants. $23, K3388. A couple other things I want to show you on the bottom here. Can you see those little channels that are right here that go all the way around? Those are going to allow the pan to expand and contract as it's baking. That's important to have those channels because if those channels weren't there, then your pan would expand and contract, and what would happen would be that the pan would eventually warp. Because those channels are built in, your pan is not going to warp. You'll also notice that with all those little lines on there, that's going to help the heat distribute evenly so that the bottom of your pizza is going to be nice and toasty brown, not only in the center, but all the way around. It also helps with the circulation of the heat as well so that you have nice even browning. The inside of these pans, as you can see there, have the honeycomb finish. Again, so you're going to have better non-stickability, if you will, so that you're not going to have half of your pizza sticking to the bottom of the pan and half of it lumping onto the plate. These are $23. They're usually one of the best sellers, or better sellers when it comes to the T Fal line, especially in the bakeware. And they're K3388. I think we're going to go over to our phone line, so why don't we go do that and say hi. Welcome to QVC. You're on the air with Jill. Who is this, please?
Hi, this is Jim.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing all right, I guess.
What are you shopping for tonight?
I bought the T Fal digital scale.
And why did you like that?
Well, I bought that for a sister of mine. I was going to give it to her for a gift because she's been trying to diet, you know, and kind of stuff like that.
So it'll help her kind of control her portions?
Yeah.
Well, good. It's a really nice scale. It works really well, and to be able to measure out your portions to the ½ ounce or ¼ ounce really makes it better than most of the scales that are on the market.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that she likes it and hope it works out well for you.
You bet. Thanks.
Thank you for calling. Have you been shopping with us for a while?
I've never shopped before.
This is your first purchase?
Yes, it sure is.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to stop by this evening. Did you hear that tone?
Yeah, I did.
Have you watched us before?
Yeah, I have.
So do you know what that tone means?
I can't really say right off, but something for
It's good.
spin a wheel.
It's really good. Well, we
Yeah.
have a word game, and we're going to scramble up a word, and you'll have 20 seconds to figure it out. And if you figure that out, we'll head over to our prize wheel, and we can credit your account with some shopper dollars.
Okay, I'm not in front of my TV right now.
Well, what I'll do is let me give you the clue, and then we'll give you a couple seconds to go run over to the TV, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here's your clue.
All right. Well, I'm not in front of my TV.
Well, you can set the phone down, and then you can go to the TV and look at it and figure it out and then come back and tell me.
Okay.
But you only have 20 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, here's your clue. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, it's a cooking term.
Okay.
All right, go. In the meantime, if you're interested in K3388, they're the T Fal nonstick pizza pans. Put it up, you guys. Are you there, Jim? It's a cooking term. Oh, Jim. Come back to the phone.
Yeah, I'm back. I didn't get it.
You didn't?
No.
Jim?
I'm sorry,
We'll flip
man.
it over. Barbecue.
Barbecue?
Yeah.
God, that did look familiar, but I couldn't solve it.
Well, you know what? We're still going to put 10 QVC shopper dollars into your account. So that's 10 more than you started with.
Yeah, it sure
Okay?
is.
And hopefully you'll be back to shop with us some more. Do you like basketball?
Do I like basketball?
Mm-hmm.
I really like football and baseball better.
Well,
but...
you can tune in for one of our NFL team shops, and maybe you can use it for that.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, I need you to stay on the line, and thanks again for calling.
Uh-huh,
Okay,
thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye.
If you're interested in the T Fal non-stick pizza pans, you get both of them. They're 12 inches in diameter. You could also use these for a round, big, huge chocolate chip cookie if you wanted to. $23. You also get the pizza cutter and server. K3388. We're going to talk about is a Black Royale non-stick roaster, and I'm just not one for making roasts and stuff. And so I just decided to make something that I really like, being the selfish person that I am. This way I get to enjoy chocolate chip cookies with everybody else. This is K1420, and it's the Black Royale non-stick roaster. It's priced at $23.50. It measures 12.5 by 9.5 by 2 inches. And I'm going to set this down. Now, I took the pizza cutter from the pizza set because I thought that might be a nice way to cut up my cookies. Since I was just saying a minute ago you could make cookies in that round. The round pizza pan, I thought maybe you might like to use this for that too. This is a very lazy way of making cookies. That's why I make it like this. And somehow there's just something better about eating a big old square than a little round one. I don't know. I just like, because they're thicker and they're better. Okay. And look, then they can serve up. Now these are kind of thin, but look at yummy.
There is no plate.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there is?
There is a plate. They're really good. Look at my pretty plate. Isn't it cool? It's chocolate. No, I didn't do it on a spirograph. I put, yes. I put the chocolate in and then I swirled it through with a knife. So let me set this down and keep this cookie for myself. Ooh, Steve, you want to try one of these, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Here, you can have a little bite of mine. These are really good. Aren't they good?
You want more of the head nut?
I better not eat too many of these or I'm going to burst out of this dress. I tell you. And that would be a scary thing for America to see, wouldn't it? Okay, let me serve these up. Kind of put them on my little fancy plate here. Break these up. I went to this really cool restaurant when we were in New Mexico. We went up to Santa Fe for the evening after the show, and that's where I got inspired to do these neat plates for desserts because they had the presentation on the food just made you love it. Yummy. Doesn't it look good? Yum. Take a bite. Is everybody liking this? I think it's kind of nice. $23.50, and the best part about it is, let's go back over to the roaster. Nothing stuck. I didn't lose a cookie in my pan. It's that easy to lift them out. You can use your pizza cutter. And just basically, they slide right out of there. Isn't that beautiful? So the cleanup is going to be easy as a cookie. K1420, $23.50. Why don't we go over to our phones and say hello, and I'll serve up some more of our cookies here. Hi. Hi, welcome to QVC. You're on the air with Jill. Who's this?
Mary Ann,
How are you? Where are you calling from?
Jersey City.
Kansas City.
Jersey City.
I'm sorry, I still didn't hear you. Jersey City. Gotcha. Sorry about that. How are you enjoying the show so far tonight?
Very well.
And what did you find for yourself?
The pizza pans.
The pizza pans. Do you like to make your own pizza?
Yes.
What's your favorite kind?
The cheese.
Just cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Do you put a whole bunch of different kinds?
No, I just put mozzarella
Just mozzarella.
and gravy.
Oh, yummy. And now you'll have good deep dish pizza with these pans.
Right.
Well, enjoy those. I think you'll find they're the best pizza pans you've ever used.
I'm going to try them.
And you don't have to worry about the pizza crust sticking to the pan. That's the best part.
That's the best part, is right.
And that cutter really comes in handy, too. Did you see me using them to cut the cookies?
Yes.
It works really well. So now you get not only the pans, but you get a nice cutter to go with them.
Right.
All right?
All right.
Well, thank you for calling. Have a nice evening.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right. Good night.
Well, our cookies are all served up and ready to go. K1420, $23.50. Hey, can we do something kind of wacky? Can we go out and take these to the people in order entry? Okay. What? Okay. Let's go out. Let's go say hi to everybody who's working tonight. Here we go. You ready? Oh, I have to stop off at Jason first? Let's go stop over at Jason first. Have a cookie.
Thank you, Jill. Watch your step.
You're welcome. I will.
Thank you.
Down we go. You coming? Here we go. Hi, Pete. You want a cookie?
No. Yeah.
Don't they look yummy?
Yeah, they look great.
Let's go over here. Say hi to everybody. Hi, would you like a cookie?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Are you having a good evening?
Yeah.
Good. Are we keeping you busy? Good.
Nobody ever hands out food.
Here you go.
Write it on the calendar. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank
Enjoy. You're welcome. All right.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Not even to make me feel good, you won't take one? Okay. Too bad Nolan Miller left. We could offer him a cookie. Here we go. How are you?
I don't have to twist my arm.
There you go.
Thank you.
KU. I shouldn't. Give me that back.
What?
I went to Mizzou.
Oh, no.
Bad. Bad, Jaybird.
It's actually for the rock band, Kansas.
Oh, is that right? It's for the rock band, Kansas. Hey, where'd you come from? You already had one. Oh, Beth Ann wants one.
The
Okay.
model, Beth
Let's
Ann.
go. Let's sneak over here real quick.
You were on TV driving.
Now remember, we made these in our T Fal roaster, and the reason they came out so good is none of them stuck to the bottom. You don't want a cookie either? You guys are good. I tell you. Do you want another one? Since you liked it so much? I like her. What is your name? Hi, Pat. It's nice to have you. Are you having a good night?
Yes, I am.
Good. What are you working on there? Are we allowed to see that?
Sure. I'm on the phone. Excuse me
Oh,
one second. Thank you for calling.
I guess we'll let her go back to work. I'm not working, so why should anybody else? What are you doing here?
want another one. Just one more.
There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, I got to make it back to this row here real quick. Here we go. We going to make it? Would you like a cookie? You're welcome. Do you like that pretty chocolate design I made there on the bottom? Nice touch, isn't it? You impressed? There you go. Eat them up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cookie? Little snack for you?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy it. Would you like a cookie?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're going to get some with chocolate on the bottom, so it might be a little messy.
Okay.
But that's what makes it good.
Thank you.
Let's go over here. You look familiar.
Don't I get a cookie?
You already had two. Two's the limit. We have to give one to Gretchen.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. Are we needed to wrap up, Tom? We're going to have to go. Would you like a cookie? Here it is. Come and get it. These are made in the T Fal roaster pan. They're available for $23. K1420 is your item number. I think we're going to take a real quick break, and I'll meet you back here in the kitchen in just a minute.
So, you want to look cool and show your moves on and off the court. Tune in this Wednesday evening for our next edition of NBA I Love This Stuff. 1 hour filled with new officially licensed NBA apparel and memorabilia. Call the shots with awesome gear sporting your favorite team logo. Discover new ways to warm up for the game and root for your favorite team. For a winning lineup of NBA gear, don't miss our action-packed edition of NBA I Love This Stuff. This Wednesday, tip-off at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, here on QVC.
Do I have to order items only when they appear on the screen?
With QVC, you can order any item at any time of the day or night, not just when the item's on the air. Place an order in the morning for an item you saw last night, or videotape a program and call us later. Simply have the item number ready, and so long as supplies are available, we'll take your order, just like we always do. It's that easy. Shopping when it's convenient for you. Just another reason why smart shoppers shop with QVC.
Yes, Ross, there's cheesecake coming. I tell you, little Ross, he's a little sneaky. Can we get a camera up to the control room? I would bring treats up there for you guys. Yes, I would. Sure, sure. All right, welcome back. I do. I love all you guys. Welcome back to QVC. My name is Jill Bauer, and you've joined us for a complete hour of T Fal. We've brought you the 12-quart stock pot in the Blue Versailles line. Just got done showing you the roaster and another way to use that roaster to make cookies and things. This is a set of 3 saucepans in the signature line, and this is a really nice gray color. If you're looking for a nice neutral color for your kitchen, gray's a great way to go. K2933 is the item number for these, and these are priced at $63.75. You'll notice the signature line. The signature line is very hard to find out in the retail world, and you can tell the signature line by the pinstriping and, of course, the fact that it says right there in front of you that it is from the signature line. $63.75. Now with the signature line, you can have all the nice features that you have in your other T Fal lines, the honeycomb finish, the molded aluminum. You'll also notice this is kind of like a little drip lip, so should you need to pour anything out of here, like a gravy or a sauce, something like that, you won't have to worry about it then dripping over the whole side of the pan and making a mess. It has that little bit of a drip lip, so you can pour and then bring it right back up, and basically you won't get hardly any kind of a drip whatsoever. I also want to show you the bottom of these. You'll find that with your resistol line, you still have those expansion channels, so you're not going to have to worry about the base of the pan warping. It's always going to be very flat up against the surface. And of course, that's important not only for cooking as far as balance is concerned, so that you don't have any hot spots, but it also helps conduct the heat better. So that while this part of the pan is hot, this part of the pan is hot, and this part of the pan is hot, you'll notice that when something's boiling, it boils all the way around, not just in one area, while the other doesn't have any activity at all. You still have that same baked-on porcelain enamel exterior. There are 3 layers of that, so again, it's going to be very difficult to chip this or scratch this surface. And when it comes to cleaning your T Fal, once again, the best way to clean it, just use some warm and soapy water. You don't have to think to yourself, oh, I can't put it in the dishwasher. It's going to be such a pain to clean up. If you've seen any of our T Fal shows, or you've heard anybody talk about using T Fal in their kitchen, then you know that the best part about T Fal is that it cleans up like a dream. It's K2933. This is a 3-piece saucepan set, 1, 2, and 3 quart, all with lids, for $63.75. Hey, Beth Ann, how was that cookie? Was it good? Well, we're going to go over, and Beth Ann's going to draw a new lucky number for us.
Imagine spending a romantic rendezvous in Paris. It could happen if you're the grand prize winner in QVC's Valentine's Day Lucky Number Sweepstakes. If either the first 4 or the last 4 digits of your Q member number match the lucky number we're drawing now in the same order, and you call 1-800-345-1515 before we draw the next lucky number, you win. If the numbered balls are different colors, you win a $10 QVC merchandise credit. If they're all white, you win a $25 credit, and if they're all red, you win a $50 credit. Best of all, every lucky number winner will be entered into our Valentine's Day Lucky Number Sweepstakes. And on Valentine's Day, February 14, we'll draw the grand prize winner. 25 third prize winners will receive $500 QVC credits. 10 second prize winners will receive $1,000 merchandise credits, and our grand prize winner will enjoy the most romantic vacation of all, 10 days in Paris. So check your Q member number now to see if you're a winner, and good luck.
And that new lucky number is 3684, 3684. We're going to wrap up on the T Fal Gray Signature Set. That's 3 saucepans, 1, 2, and 3 quart for $63.75. Okay, we are going to talk about the 12-piece blue Versailles line next in the T Fal set. This is a great set because not only do you get the standard pieces in the sizes of the fry pans, the saucepans, you also get 2 crepe pans, which you might think, well, Jill, what am I going to use crepe pans for? I don't think I've ever had a crepe in my life. These are great little, almost like griddle tops, if you're just making a grilled cheese sandwich for one, or you're making just a batch of pancakes for yourself. This is a nice top to use. You could also fry up a hamburger in this too. Nothing that would need, don't use anything, how do I want to say this? Don't cook anything in here that's going to have a lot of grease because obviously you don't have real deep sides, but it's more like a griddle top. Now this complete set, $143.52. I'll also show you that if you get daring and you want to try French crepes, there's a recipe for them on the back. K1113. So what we're going to make, because I told you we have sort of a southwestern theme tonight, we're going to make fajitas, and we're also going to make the Rotel cheese dip that I've made several times here on the air. In fact, many of you wrote to me and said, why did you introduce me to that dip? Because now I eat it all the time, and I can't stop making it. It's one of the easiest dips you'll ever make, and when you're in a pinch and you want to make something for guests, or you want to have a Mexican night with friends over for dinner and you want to add a little bit of something as an appetizer, this is a great way to go. I'm going to dump in 1 can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. I call it Rotel dip because I usually use the Rotel brand of diced tomatoes and chilies, but any brand will do. So you dump that in there, and then you put in 1 pound of cubed up Velveeta cheese. And I've used the Mexican Velveeta today, just to add a little bit more spice. So I'm going to dump this in there. And we're going to put the lid on, and we're basically just going to let this melt. It should melt in plenty of time. That's in the 2-quart. Voila. Now over in our fry pan, the 10 1/4 inch fry pan, I'm going to saute up, or stir fry, some chicken that's been soaking in marinade. It's a marinade of fajita seasoning and a little bit of Marsala wine. You could use, sometimes with those fajita seasonings, I like to use the wine to get the flavor. Beer is also good to use to soak it up. The alcohol cooks up, so if you're worried about that, don't be. You could also use tequila. That works really well too. A good tequila marinade for chicken is nice. So we're going to stir up our chicken a little bit. Let this cook up. One nice thing about this, you can just kind of see that the marinade is just sort of beating up. That's what happens with grease and things too. That's what makes this so easy to clean up. Just going to stir fry this up. Let the chicken cook. It won't take very long. Can you smell that marinade? Yummy. Get this to cook. Now the 2 sizes of fry pans that you get are the 8-inch and the 10 1/4 inch with this set. I'm using 10 1/4 inches. Again, you get the 2 crepe pans. You get a 1-quart, a 2-quart, and a 3-quart covered saucepan. You also get a 5-quart covered Dutch oven. This is available in the blue Versailles line. One other thing about your T Fal pans, it has a stay cool handle, so you're not going to have to worry about the handle getting so hot that you can't pick it up off of the stove. It stays cool. Okay, our chicken is nice and getting there as far as the browning is concerned. It needs to cook up just a little bit more, but in the meantime, we're going to add some vegetables to stir fry with that. Some red peppers, some green peppers, and some onions, just so that some of the flavors of the marinade will come off and help season those vegetables. If you're somebody that really likes to eat Mexican food, but you're afraid that it has too many calories for you, fajitas are one of the lower calorie dishes when it comes to a Mexican dish. Because basically all we have are chicken and vegetables, and as long as you don't add a lot of sour cream, guacamole, those kind of things, your fat content is going to stay relatively low. Let's go over here and check this. Kind of cut up that cheese a little bit. And one thing I always say about this dip is you have to give it a chance, because it really doesn't look like anything now, but once all that cheese melts and the flavors from the tomatoes and the chilies come through, it is one of the best dips for tortilla chips you'll ever find, believe me. I make this at every party, and every party that I don't make it at, somebody complains, why didn't you make the good cheese dip? All right, we'll let that finish up. We'll stir this up some more, and while I kind of assemble this fajita, why don't we go over to our phone lines and say hello. Hi, welcome to the kitchen. You're on the air with Jill. Who is this, please?
Hello, Jill. This is Alberta from Indianapolis.
Hi, Hi, it's nice to have you with us.
Well, I know I'm getting hungry here.
You are?
You didn't save me a cookie.
I'm sorry. They went pretty fast.
Yes, they did.
We have some cheesecake coming up in a little bit. Can I interest you in that?
Cheesecake?
Yes.
Oh, I got a cheesecake pan that I bought not too long ago.
We have a springform pan from T Fal that works real well for cheesecake.
Uh-huh.
Well, what did you find in our show tonight?
Oh, I bought the special of the day, and then the little set to go with it.
Wonderful.
And then the two sets of your pizza pan and cutters.
Very nice. Those are great pizza pans. You'll love those.
So, I've enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure. How are things in Indianapolis?
Oh, it's getting warmer here a little
Is it?
bit. We had around 40 today, and the snow is melting.
Oh, well, did you have a lot of snow?
Oh, yes. Last week we had quite a little bit, but 4 or 5 inches.
You're kidding. Oh, my gosh. Well, this is my first real winter away from Indiana.
I know you went to Lafayette.
Yes, I did.
I'm very familiar with that territory up there.
And my grandparents live up in the Rochester area.
Uh-huh. Well, I live out here by Fort Harrison.
Oh, okay. I did a lot of stories at Fort Harrison when they sent some of their men over to the Gulf War.
Yeah.
I was there quite a bit. Well, it's so nice to talk to you.
Well, it's been real nice talking to you, Jill, because I enjoy you. Especially your cooking lessons.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, we'll save you
and
some
you look
cheesecake.
simply marvelous tonight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I hope you like your today's special value earrings.
Oh, I do. I think I will.
Well, good. Have a nice evening.
And Nolan's jewelry is just beautiful.
His dresses are beautiful, too, aren't they?
I know it. That one looks wonderful on you.
I just couldn't take it off.
That's all right. You enjoy it.
I will. Thanks again for calling.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we put on our chicken and some peppers here, and I'm going to top it off with just a little bit of cheese. Just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on there. And then you just roll it up. And there you have a nice fajita, low calorie. Let's check our cheese dip. Because look it, the cheese is melted. Yummy. This is such a good dip. 1 pound of Velveeta, 1 can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. I used to have to make this on a double boiler until I found out about T Fal. And now it boils up nice and smooth. I'm going to pour this in my bowl over here, Steve. So here we go. Look at the nice little drip lip. I didn't have to worry about things dripping over the whole side of my pan, just 1 or 2 little drops. And then you take one of your chips, and you dip it in, and you eat it, and it's so yummy. Mmm, it's really good. Okay, 1113. Excuse me for eating with my mouth open. This is such a good dip. You have to try this. All made in the T Fal. I'll pour some more of this out so that everybody will have some yummy treats. $143.52 for the 12-piece set. 1, 2, and 3-quart covered saucepans, the 8-inch and the 10 1/4 inch fry pan. There's a lot more to that set than we're showing right there. 2 of the crate pans and a 5-quart covered Dutch oven for $143.52.
Yeah, what's online?
Mmm, very good. Time to eat. You'll tune in tomorrow night for that MBA show. I'll be your host. It's my first MBA I Love This Stuff hour, and we have 3/4 of the show is all brand new product. There's some hats, there are some sweatshirts, there's a great jacket with sort of a jagged edge design. And those MBA I Love This Stuff shows are not sports collectible shows like you saw with LT and Dan earlier in the evening. They're more geared for those of you who love to show off your team pride, for the Magic and the Hornets, or you have sons or daughters who love basketball and they love anything they can get their hands on that has the Bulls logo on it. All of the items in that show are all officially NBA endorsed, and it's a complete hour of NBA products. So it's going to be a fun show. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for NBA I Love This Stuff. Okay, we're going to talk about the signature saute pans next. These are available in the gray or in the cinnamon. They are item number K1819, and they're priced at $31. Now, these measure 8.5 inches in diameter. And I'll open it up so you can see. If you like the chicken fryer, because it has the deeper sides, I think you're going to really like the saute pan. The difference between the chicken fryer and this pan is that the chicken fryer holds up to 4 quarts. This isn't quite as big as that, obviously, but it still gives you those nice deep sides for sauteing. You could also use this pan for cheese if you wanted to. Hey, let's go upstairs and say hi to everybody up there. Should we? Oh, I am? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to say hi. Let's just say hi real quick. Can we say hi real quick? There's Pete. Hi, Pete. How you doing? Look at him. He's trying to be all serious and mean, and he's not like that at all. He's the one when everybody hears me talking to some imaginary person in the sky, he's the one who's talking to me all the time. Okay, so with these pans, you're still going to get the honeycomb interior, you're going to get the expansion channels on the back, you still get your stainless steel lids. These are available in the 2 signature colors of cinnamon and gray. Those colors are available only in the signature line. They're priced at $31, and your item number again is K1819. Okay, for those of you who, again, are looking for some ways to encourage some more low-fat cooking in the new year, maybe your big New Year's resolution was to cut out the fat, to say farewell to fat, as Richard Simmons would say. We talked about doing fajitas, and that's a very low-fat way to get a filling meal. You're getting your protein, you're getting your vegetables, you're not getting a lot of fat. Another great way to have a low-fat meal that is very filling is to stir-fry. And what better way to do that than not only in a wok skillet, but to do one in the T Fal wok skillet that isn't going to allow any food to stick. K1852 is the item number for the T Fal wok fry pans that have the resistol, and these are priced at $29.75. The colors that we have, the 2 signature colors of cinnamon and gray, we also have teal. For those of you who have a southwestern theme to your kitchen, I think you'll really like the teal color. These have a domed lid, still made of stainless steel, and as with all of your T Fal lids, they have the vented handles. I'll open up the gray so you can see the nice dimension here. The honeycomb interior is right down there at the bottom. You can see it's a nice dip so that you can just put a little bit of oil in there. You know what? You don't even need oil if you don't want to. Just spray a little bit of nonstick coating in here and then toss in whatever you want to stir fry. Your beef and broccoli, your chicken chow mein, just stir-fried fresh vegetables, some shrimp and vegetables, shrimp and snow peas, and then you have that nice lid to help steam some of those vegetables like mushrooms, things that you don't want to get too soggy. Just throw in at the last minute, put the lid on, and allow the steam to do the cooking for you. These are K1852. They're the wok fry pans available in teal, the cinnamon, and in the gray. For those of you who missed out on chocolate chip cookies, how would you like some cheesecake? We made this in the springform pan that has the resistol, which again is going to help with that non-stickability factor. This has a 10 1/4 inch diameter, so it's a larger cheesecake than maybe you're used to seeing. I'm just going to take a spatula and just kind of loosen around the edges a little bit here. And then we'll unlock the springform pan. And you do that right over here. There's a lock. And we unlock this. And there's a little edge over here. There we go. Ready? Mmm, yummy. You have a nice shape cake. What's that in the front there? Is that going across the air? That looks really weird. There it is. It went away. There's our nice edges. One little edge over here broke. I guess I'll have to eat it. And then we're going to top it off with some cherries. I love cherry cheesecake. Does this look good upstairs? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm hoping I can take some of this to the guys upstairs and gals upstairs. Spread the cherries. Now, don't write and ask me for the recipe for my cheesecake, because you know why? You can go and buy it in a box at the store. This is just one of those no-bake cheesecake recipes. There you go. So then you have nice, yummy cherry cheesecake. That looks really good, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, 3572. This is $15.94. Let's cut up a piece and serve, shall we? I'm going to cut this up. And while I do that, why don't we go over to the phone lines and say hi. Welcome to QVC. You're on the air with Jill. Who is this, please?
Hi, Jill. This is Bob Smith from Evansville, Indiana.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Oh, real good.
Nice to talk to a fellow Hoosier.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy watching your show. I get off work at night at 11 o'clock, and I usually turn it on.
And I'm usually here acting crazy, huh?
Oh, I enjoy it.
Do you like cheesecake?
I'm not much of a cheesecake eater. My wife wants that pan, though, real bad.
Does she? So did you order it for her?
Well, we're going to probably order it. We ordered the 2 pizza pans a little bit earlier.
Oh, those are great pans. You'll love those.
Yeah, I've got 2 teenage daughters and a 9-year-old son, and they really like pizza a lot.
And pizza is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right?
You better believe it around here.
Well, those are great because, you know, so many times it gets expensive after a while to order pizzas.
It really does, and we probably have pizza at least twice a week.
And if you're in a large family, the kids probably like it one way and you probably like it another. This way they can each make their own.
You're right.
Well, I hope those work out well for you. Have you cooked with T Fal before?
We've had T Fal for about a year now. I really enjoy cooking with it.
I bet it's easy to clean up, isn't it?
Oh, real easy.
Even the teenagers don't complain about doing dishes.
I haven't heard too much complaint.
Well, that's nice to hear. Well, it's a pleasure speaking with you. Happy New Year to your family and happy pizza making.
Nice talking to you, too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Here is our nice, yummy cheesecake. Look at my pretty plate. Doesn't it look nice? You're going to take a shot of it? Oh, this piece I'm bringing upstairs? Okay. Look, you know how I did this? I just sprinkled some powdered sugar around the edges. Isn't that nice? Kind of need to just, like, taper this off a little bit here. There. Yummy. We taking this upstairs? Taking this or the whole cheesecake? The whole cheesecake? Whole cheesecake's going upstairs. Let me take this upstairs. And we're going to go take this up to our friend Pete, who we saw a little while ago, and everybody else upstairs. Who else is up there tonight? We saw Steve, and Donna's up there. Okay, I'm going this way. There's Steve over there. Cheesecake delivery. Here we go. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at the cheesecake. It's coming your way. We're going upstairs. We made this in our springform pan. Hi, Abby. Good, how are you? Okay, here we go. I'm going to head up one of our secret doors here on QVC. Here we go. Hi. How you doing? You hungry for cheesecake?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it? You know why it looks so good is because I'm bringing it to you in a Nolan Miller dress. That's why it looks so good, yeah. It's the presentation, absolutely. Here we go. You're kind of getting a tour of QVC here while we are up towards the control room area. This area is usually off limits, but for you, you're going to get to see it. Here we go. Are you ready for this? This is QVC. You're getting a behind-the-scenes look at QVC. We're heading into the QVC control room. Am I going in here?
Yep.
Hi, Pete. I brought you cheesecake.
Nice.
Doesn't it look yummy?
Do I have to use my fingers?
Yeah. Just don't get it on the dress. Just don't get it on the dress. And? Is it good?
It's very good.
Good deal. All right, let's go down here and say hi to everybody here.
Thank you.
And we're going to have to wrap up here pretty soon, I think, too. In fact, we are going to wrap up. I'm going to cut cheesecake for everybody. Don't go away. We have an hour of the linen closet coming up next, so I'll meet you back downstairs after we're done eating. See you in a little bit. Thank you.
QVC.